Yo guys, welcome back to some more reaction videos. Today, we're reacting a video recommended from Joe's Blackwell. Now, he actually recommended two videos, but both of them are death battle. So, as you can see from the title, we are reacting to a death battle between Zoro from One Piece versus Erza from Fairy Tales. Now, thank you, Josh, for the recommendation of the video. If you guys have other recommendation of videos you want to react to in near futures, put that in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also turn the notification button for more future videos. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Past, present, or future, one kind of fighter has stood the test of time. The swordsman.
And today's combatants are two of the most skilled warriors to ever wield a blade.
Roronoa Zoro, the feared swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates.
And Erza Scarlet, the Battle Mage of the Fairy Tale Guild.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. As a child, Roronoa Zoro dreamed of becoming the greatest swordsman in the world.
But he didn't just enroll at a dojo, he showed up, challenged everyone, and then just sort of stuck around.
Zoro's dojo training sharpened his natural talent with a sword, but there was one person he could never quite manage to beat. His sensei's daughter, Kuina. They dueled a lot, and Kuina won every single matchup. All 2001 of them.
2001.
Damn, you think you would have gotten at least one in?
Despite the constant defeat, Kuina and Zoro were very close friends. Together, they promised that someday one of them would become the world's best swordsman.
And then she fell down some stairs and died, which just seems like an unacceptable way
That's
for a master swordsman to bite the dust.
Does thin out the competition for world's best swordsman, though.
How can a kid carry that
that's
kind
how
of
I became
amount,
the world's
lift that
best
amount of
shotgun
rocks?
woodcarver.
After Kuina's death, Zoro inherited her sword and used it to hone his skills even further, eventually leaving the dojo in search of the current title holder of world's greatest swordsman, Dracule Mihawk.
But he immediately got himself lost. With nothing better to do, he became a bounty hunter and wandered around the ocean until he ran into a weird, stretchy pirate kid.
You mean Monkey D. Luffy, who brought Zoro onto his crew of Straw Hat Pirates.
Actually worked out pretty well since Luffy was already looking to hire him anyway. Turns out Zoro has quite a reputation.
At this point, he was already a master swordsman, and after finding and training under Mihawk, his swordsmanship became legendary.
He created his own fighting style, Santoryu, also called three-sword style, because he uses three swords, one in each hand and one in his frickin' mouth.
That doesn't seem very safe.
Oh, shut up, Wiz. Badasses don't care about safety.
Regardless, with the three-sword style, Zoro can perform several unique attacks, including the Onigiri, where he strikes with all three blades at once.
Or the Tatsumaki, where he makes a tornado dragon.
By swinging his swords a certain way, he can fire compressed air projectiles toward an opponent, like with his deadliest technique, the 1080-pound cannon. And last but not least, he knows the Kyutoryu 9-sword style.
Yeah, this one was awesome.
Did he just grow 4 more arms and 2 more heads? How the hell did he do that?
It's just an illusion, but it still somehow has physical presence.
He's like a human slap chop with a total of 9 swords.
That's one way to put it. In addition to his skills with a blade, Zoro is able to use Haki, a mysterious power that every living being possesses, but only a select few have learned how to use.
Haki, much like Neapolitan ice cream, comes in 3 flavors, and Zoro only has access to chocolate and vanilla.
Chocolate? What? I don't even... Well, one of those flavors is observation Haki.
That's vanilla!
Of course. Which in some ways is similar to Spider-Man's Spidey Sense. Zoro can sense the location of other people, even if they're invisible or far away, and can also predict most opponents' attacks.
Then chocolate, everyone's favorite Haki flavor, is armament Haki. This lets him form an invisible armor around himself as protection, or harden his swords to make his strikes cut through almost anything.
With both Haki, Zoro has been a real asset to the Straw Hat Pirates. They've traveled the world and had a lot of weird adventures.
Like that time Zoro fought a literal living mountain man named Pika and sliced him clean in half.
A strike so powerful
Damn.
it didn't just
That's
cut
a
through
clean
Pika,
cut,
it
huh?
sent his top half flying upward. Considering Pika's enormous size and approximate mass, this strike had to have been more powerful than the first ever deployed hydrogen bomb, the 11 megaton Castle Romeo.
Also, Zoro's pretty damn fast. One time he moved so quickly he seemed invisible to a room full of highly trained assassins. And when the odds are against him, he'll keep pushing himself, even past the point of bleeding out.
Thus, he's powered through some incredibly intense pain. such
yeah.
as-
This was very painful.
Holy shit! How the hell is he still standing after that?
That's a good question. After a battle with Kuma, a bear man because this is One Piece, Zoro took on not only his own pain from near death, but also Luffy's, despite being told that doing so would surely kill him. But it just didn't.
And he doesn't even
Does that
brag
mean that
about
he's
it.
more tougher than Luffy?
Badass.
Zoro is definitely the stoic badass type, but he can't do everything. He's a sword fighter above all, and prefers to fight up close and personal.
He also has the world's shittiest sense of direction.
Yeah,
He gets
he
lost
does.
without someone there literally
He's always
reading the
lost
map
every
for him,
time.
and could never survive on his own without his friends.
You might think Zoro would be more of a lone wolf type of guy, but no. Much like how Kuina's death spurred him on to become a great swordsman, it's his friends who keep him fighting.
I set sail for only one reason, to meet you,
And what is your goal?
to beat you.
And yet he
Erza
still didn't beat
Scarlet
him.
grew up in a small rural town
I
called
believe.
Rosemary Village. It was pretty picturesque as far as childhoods go.
Hold on, Wiz, I'm getting a premonition. Despite everything seeming perfect, something terrible happens.
A murderous cult attacked, destroyed the city, and enslaved the children to build a tower to resurrect their evil overlord.
There it is.
Tough
Young
childhood, I
Erza
guess.
was tortured, and while she may have lost an eye in the process, she also gained a friend, Jalal Fernandez. He actually gave Erza her last name, Scarlet.
Who she
after
had
her
a
red hair.
question with?
She and her buddies swore they'd escape, so Erza ended up staging a revolt and saved the other slaves thanks to discovering her latent magical powers.
Unfortunately, not everyone made it out.
Turns out Jalal got possessed by some spirit that made him a huge dick, and she had to go without him.
Fine, if you want to leave so badly, then I'm not going to stop you. But you'll have to go alone.
After that nightmare, Erza swore to dedicate her life to helping and protecting the innocent, and so joined the Fairy Tale Magicians Guild. Luckily for them, she possessed a great skill set for a mage.
Her
Legit,
main
when I
thing
watched
is
her,
re-equip
she
magic,
was
which
legit
is
a
basically
total
like
badass
having an
as well.
armory with you at all times, without having to lug it around.
Requip magic allows Erza to summon her vast array of weapons and armor at will, meaning she can use multiple combinations of swords, lances, and outfits all in one fight without ever really slowing down.
Damn, that'd be useful for all my weapons. How many's she packing?
She's rumored to have access to as many as 100 sets of armor and 200 weapons.
Nice! As far as armor goes, her go-to is the standard Heart Cruise set. But there's also the Heaven's Wheel armor, where she can send swords flying at people, the spiky defensive adamantine armor, and the Black Wing and Flame Empress armors, which have wings for flying.
Don't forget her giant armor, which she uses with a lance, purgatory armor, which has a lot of spikes, and seduction armor? I'm not really sure what purpose this
Some of the
serves.
weird armor.
Probably to make enemies terribly aroused. Ever tried to fight with an erection, Wiz?
Oh,
Believe me, it's
God.
not easy.
Right. Well, Erza claims her most powerful armor is the Armadura Fairy Armor,
Quite-
which is very
Looks quite girly.
pink.
These are fancy and all, but sometimes she doesn't even bother suiting up. If her back's against the wall, Erza equips her Clear Heart clothing. This enhances her speed and attack over defense, and channels all her magical energy into her katanas for a decisive blow.
She can charge magic through her swords to perform all sorts of magical attacks, even mixing and matching weapons and armors to better her chances in a fight.
She's also just really good at sword fighting. Actually, she's really good with a lot of weapons, including hand-to-hand.
Does she have a
All
shield
of this
though?
makes Erza an
It's always
excellent
curious about
addition
me.
to the
Does
Fairy
she have
Tale
a
Guild.
Does she have a shield?
She quickly became
So
one
I
of its
haven't
highest
seen her
ranking
using a
mages
shield
and was the
before.
youngest member to
I
ever
guess because
pass
she
the
wants to
S-class
face
mage
people head on
promotion
the-
test. An incredibly difficult gauntlet only
I guess
the
because
strongest
a shield
and wisest
maybe
of warriors can
like
even
a
attempt.
coward way for
Speaking
her.
of achievements, she's pretty freaking
no.
strong. Don't believe me? Well, here she is, lancing a hole through a giant floating cube.
What?
This cube was about 100 million cubic miles in volume. To punch through it, Erza's lance must have dealt about 16 kilotons of force.
Hers is also fast enough to deflect bullets point blank from a flintlock pistol. Guns with a muzzle velocity of about 540 miles per hour. And that's without a speed boost from her armor.
Right, many of her armor sets grant her stat boosts, increasing her speed, magic, defense, etc. She survived
like in
plenty
a
of
video
destructive
game.
blasts, including one that blew up an island. Considering that island's size, that's an explosion equivalent to 2 kilotons of TNT.
So she's sexy, can survive island-busting attacks, and has a shit ton of weapons? She's basically perfect. Just wish she used a gun or two.
Well, she may have a vast armory, but swapping them in and out requires magic, and she can run her supply down
That's
if
true.
she's not careful.
So it's just like a mana bar in those fantasy games you always play.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Though even when she's out of magic, she's still quite deadly in hand-to-hand, like when she fought her alternate self from another parallel universe.
That universe has a lot less clothing.
Oh, come on.
But when you're among the best in the guild, you get the job done no matter the limits.
I will withstand any physical pain to protect the ones that I love.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm guessing Zoro. I'm choosing Zoro for this.
Oh, sorry, lady. Could you point me in the way of the shipyard? I've been looking around for hours.
Uh-oh.
Aha! You're the one I'm looking for. Come peacefully and you won't be harmed.
Sorry, I'm busy. Maybe later.
Then we'll have to do this the hard way.
I told you I'm busy! Fine! Well, I guess we're doing this now. Whoa! What?
You're coming with me!
Neat trick.
Flame armor?
Try laughing at this!
Oh no.
You are strong, pirate. But this is true strength!
Yo, they destroyed the village! Oh. Is it over?
Fool. Nothing is worse than the loss of life.
Don't start
And
crying, woman.
it's back up.
What?
So much for all that true strength bullshit, huh?
No. I can do this! I will claim this bounty for my guild! For my strength! For my friends!
Bring it
Oh,
on!
he's getting serious. Oh, the 9 swords!
You're not the only one who fights for their friends!
Ooh! Oh my god!
Now, where the hell is that shipyard?
Oh god!
Jesus! Talk about a killing blow!
In the past, Erza could react to projectiles flying over 500 miles per hour, but Zoro could move faster than the eye could see. US Air Force tests have shown that a well-trained human eye can consistently spot and recognize an image in 1/220th of a second. So, in this case, Zoro would have had to move from point A to point B, which is about 57 feet, in 4.5 milliseconds. That's close to 9,000 miles per hour.
That's more than 5 times faster than a bullet.
Really?
Erza didn't really rely on speed anyway, and there's no evidence any of her armor magic could have helped close that wide of a gap.
Speaking of her armor, Erza did have more options in defense and weaponry. Unfortunately for her, she was simply outclassed in damage dealt.
Erza could withstand hits of about 2 kilotons.
The weapon is she have
like
an
the
armor
blast
that
which
can
destroyed that
withstand
island. But Zoro has dished out
damage.
much
Will that
stronger
change the
blows
thing?
than that.
Slicing Pika
Oh,
in half,
no.
for example, was equivalent to 11.5 megatons. That's about 6,000 times bigger than anything Erza has survived. And while Erza's artificial eye may have seen through Zoro's 9-sword style illusion, it couldn't prevent him from actually attacking her.
She also had that habit of stripping down to clear hard clothing in a bind. Yeah, it gave her more sword power, but at the cost of less defense.
Yeah, it's
It
true.
sounded like a good idea on
After
paper,
she turns
but
that
close
form,
range
it
combat
becomes a
was
liability
Zoro's
to her
bread and
defense
butter.
law.
Erza was mostly self-taught, and while proficient with a blade, Zoro has trained with swords all his life. Even with the greatest swordsman in the world, an up-close duel was exactly what he was looking for.
Guess she won't be getting a fairy tale ending.
The
Oh,
winner is
why you had to
Roronoa
say it like
Zoro.
that? Okay, so yeah, that was the end of the video for the death battle. Yeah, it was. I'm actually was kind of curious because like, to me it feels like it is from battles between two different eras because I'm not sure that during fairy tale times there was a pirate era because it involves like armors and magic stuff, and the One Piece I'm not sure it involves any of that stuff. So yeah. But then, like, of course, like they say, it's like a video game because in fairy tale, it's like a mana, your energy, how much it use up that one. So in One Piece, there's no anything considered to that. So I think that was like an edge, but also like because Zoro also like he was way faster than Erza. Also in the final battle, she turns into a form where she has more power, except for her defense, which is what you call that, not a good choice of armor lah, if I can say like that, because like Zoro is always good in close combat, a few times in like long range combat, but in close combat he's very very good at it. So when they clash and she was wearing that kind of armor, it was a fact that of course Zoro will win because like there's way less defense for her. So yeah, I was actually thought because like there was no ad to this, I didn't get to choose. I actually could choose it quite fast, quick reaction. So I thought I was going for Erza, but then I changed my mind and go to Zoro instead because I actually like One Piece way more than Fairy Tail. It's not about like, I know it's not about liking at all, but I like Zoro. Okay, I deal with it. All right, but I say fact. So yeah, if she haven't choose that kind of armor, there may be a different kind of outcome now. But hey, ho, it is what it is. Zoro won the battle. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Make sure to click like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and also turn notification button for more future videos. Also, I appreciate it if you can recommend some more videos from me if you want me to react to for future videos. Now, that's all. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.